Now you just look at the two terms itself and you will get some logic behind what could be the right answer. These are financing instruments. More likely that the answer would be B or C in this case, because Asian Development Bank and World Bank, for them these kind of instruments will not be as much used, right? Because they are giving loans and all for development purpose. Out of B and C also, because it is about rapid, means something which is urgent, immediately needed. So it should be some kind of crisis in the economy for which these are given. So the answer is likely to be B, and actually it is B. So by logic also you can solve some of these questions. Moving to question number 32, which is clear from the statement number 2 itself. If you look at the increase in the real effective exchange rate indicates an improvement in trade competitiveness. Now the very basic concept of REAR, it tells you that now if it increases, it is going to bring down the trade competitiveness rather than increasing it. So just by looking at statement 2, you can answer this question. Statement 1 and statement 3 is correct. So answer will be C for that. Other two statement, in fact, the third statement, you can understand that there is a kind of a double whammy there, because when the inflation, it is increasing, it is going to increase the need on one side and reduce the rear, and so the divergence is going to increase between the two. So these two statements will be correct. Moving on to the next question. So question number 32 C. 32, yeah, the answer for 32 is C. Question number 33. Now this is a conceptual question, basic, but let's look into this. See, if the inflation, the first statement, if the inflation is too high, the Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. Now, when the inflation is high, then there is money supply, it increases, right? So in order to absorb the liquidity from the market, the Reserve Bank of India, it has to put the money in, it has to absorb the money. So obviously what it will do is that it is going to sell the government securities rather than buying the government securities. So through the various types of operations. So first option in this case will not be correct. Second option, if the rupee is rapidly depreciating, then if the rupee is depreciating, it means that the value of rupee is going down with respect to dollar. And dollar's value is going up means that dollar is more in demand. And when the dollar, yeah. If you know that question number, first statement is wrong. Yeah, that is why. Yeah, it's just that because this is a conceptual question, so just we get into that. That if you are increasing the demand, more demand of the dollar, so obviously the RBI is going to sell the dollars in the market, right? And similarly, the third one is very clear, because more demand for dollar will be there for investment purpose when the interest rates are being lowered. So RBI is going to be induced to buy more dollars. So B. So answer for this will be B. 2 and 3 are correct. Question number 34 is very simple. I'll not get into any explanation here. This is a factual question. Both the statements are correct in this case. It is an initiative to support the low-income countries with unsustainable debt. Question number 35. In case of question number 35 also about inflation index bonds, which have been often in the news, you see that the third statement, the interest received as well as the capital gains on IIBs are not taxable. That statement itself is not correct. So on that basis itself, you get the answer. Answer will be A in this case. First and second statement is correct. I would like to add, in India, nothing is free. Everything is taxed. The moment you say something is not taxable, it is more likely to be wrong. The statement is likely to be wrong. Nowadays, even senior citizens are taxed. So for even in whatever concession we are giving to senior citizens is also going right now, even railways and all. So 100% this can be guessed also that it can be likely to be wrong. So anyway, the third statement is wrong. Question number 36. In this case, the first statement anyhow is wrong. You see that they can sell their own goods in addition. Now you look at a number of examples like Amazon and all. Second statement, degree to which they can own big sellers on their platform is limited. This one is correct. So answer will be B in this case. Question number 30. First, there was recently an issue related to Amazon. Yes. When they started selling their own goods on and there were controversy generated related to that. And that is, I think, as a reason why Reliance, right? They have asked the question. Question number 37 is about the real sector in the economy. So this again is a basic question. If you understand what is real sector in the economy, real sector is all about where real transactions are happening. Real transactions in the economy that indicates where goods and services are produced or it's being transacted. So you see the question number first and second is about the physical goods and services. Third and fourth is about intangible instruments, right? So it's a commercial bank lending money to a trading company or a corporate body. So all such financial intangible transactions, both these statements will not be correct. Answer will be A in this case. first and second statements are correct. Moving to question number 38. Indirect transfers, as it has been in the news, there's mostly related to the foreign companies. So from there, you can deduce it to option number B and C. And just if you will even apply a bit of logic, right, what could be indirect transfers and where it will be applied, it shall be a foreign company transferring shares, and such shares derive their substantial value assets located in India. So the answer for this will be D.
D for Delhi.
Question number 39. 39 is again related to capital expenditure. Now, this is one question where a lot of people have doubt related to the second statement. But let me make this clear that first and foremost, the first statement is correct, because when you are taking up new technology, obviously it is going to help you to increase your production for future and make more profit, generate more revenue in future. So this is a kind of a capital expenditure because it is going to be a long-term investment. Second statement, debt financing is considered capital expenditure, is fine, which is mostly understood. A lot of people have confusion regarding the equity financing. Now, what happens when equity financing is happening? You are bringing the cash and you're giving the equity out. Now, where that money is going to be, that itself, the cash itself is a kind of capital, which is you're doing some kind of capital investment there. So the expenditure would be considered as part of capital expenditure only. And therefore, only first statement is correct. Answer for 39 would be A. And question number 40. With respect to Indian economy, now this also is a very easy, simple question. It's household financing. Obviously, see a lot of mobilization of household financing, whether it is through different types of provident fund, EPF, other, it is all channelized by the government. So basically, government is borrowing from the people, so it is part of that. And dated security issues issued at market-related rates in auctions from a large, it definitely forms a large component of internal debt. In fact, it's one of the biggest components of internal debt that is there. So in that case, both the statements are correct. Answer for 40 would be C. So tight monetary policy is something where the government is trying to suppress expenditure, so the growth will get affected. And because of that, obviously, it will not be a good scenario for the capital to sustain it. There will be flight of capital.
In fact, Rajay, in this case, if there is a tight monetary policy in US, means they will increase the interest rates, and from countries like India, it will fly. Okay, the capital flight will be there.
Yes. So the first statement and the second statement is also correct, because again the situation that arises which makes it further more adverse for those firms because of the increase in the interest cost. So first and second statement is correct, and third one, devaluation of domestic currency, it will rather increase the currency risk rather than decreasing. So the answer will be A for this.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Question 1 and 2. Answer is A.
Next question.
Yeah, next question
73
is question number 73. These are few question in sequence are very easy, factual questions. So first statement, obviously credit rating agency, it's regulated by SEBI and not by RBI. The other two statements are correct. So answer will be B for this, 2 and 3. Question number 74, again, you see that whatever has been happening of late also with respect to appointment of the chairman of Bank Board Bureau. Like Vinod Rai was also appointed as chairman of Bank Board Bureau, and this was a lot of controversy was there. So definitely the first option is not correct. Second and third option are definitely the functions of the Bank's Board Bureau. So the answer for this will be B, 2 and 3. Question number 75. Now you can again apply some logic here. Convertible bonds. So there is an option when you are exchanging the bond for equity, that obviously on one way your interests are going to be better served. So on the other hand, it needs to be compensated. So it's going to pay you a lower rate of interest. Yeah. And the second option is also correct. The option of convert, it is to convert the bond into equity is definitely an indexation to rising consumer prices is also taken into consideration. So answer for 75 is C, both 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Question number
76. I can answer that, because Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, this is a bank which is initiated by China and India. So we are definitely one of the founder members of it. But missile technology control regime, we were not there. But after normalizing our relationship with the US and the Western world, we finally managed to become a member of the MTCR also. And Shanghai Cooperation Organization, we were fighting, or rather we were confused whether to join or not. Finally in 2017 we entered along with Pakistan. So all the three organizations, India is a member right now. So all the D should be the answer. D for Delhi. So 1, 2, 3, all the three, India is a member. Now coming to the next question about Vietnam. interesting question. See, that is why we need to have some general idea about the countries also. Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, no doubt. But Vietnam is led by a multi-party political system is entirely wrong. In fact, it is a single party. It is a vestige of Communist Party still there, and Vietnam is led by a single party. So option 2 is wrong. Then Vietnam's economic growth is linked to its integration with global supply chains and focus on export, 100% correct. For a long time, Vietnam's low labor costs and stable exchange rates have attracted global manufacturers. That is also correct. But and then Vietnam has the most productive e-service sector in the Indo-Pacific region. So that may not be. So question number, this is 77, right?
Yes.
Question number 77. C is the answer. So 1, 3 and 4 is the answer. In fact, 2 and 5 are not correct. The most productive e-service sector and all, it is very difficult to say. It is not there. 1, 3 and 4 is the right. And again, the options are given such a way that, if 4 and 5, even if you say 5 is there, no option for that. So that way we are saved from this. So C is the answer. And then price 78. Yeah.
Very evident. I think this is very clear. The answer will be D for this.
Yeah, Reserve Bank of India.
No question.
So question number 91. It is about the compiling information on industrial dispute, closure, retrenchment, layoff in factories, employing workers. This data is compiled by Labor Bureau. So 91 answer is C. So straight away there is no confusion. It's a straightforward factual question. It is compiled by Labor Bureau. So answer is C.